ground for somebody else's come up, because you're choosing to operate within a lower nature and therefore express lower energy. Yeah. And it just is. So I was reading this passage, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I want it to be clear that there's no allegiance to characters. I'm really paying attention to the energy, what's being said, and how it's relative to what I'm seeing in my life right now, not only in myself, but in others I have encountered who are around me and things of that nature. And I just find it fascinating that with this being written so long ago, that it's still the same energy. It's still the same energy. I'm trying to see where I wanted to start. Yeah. And a lot of what I was reading confirms so much of the downloads that I've received already, just in my own words, my way of expressing what it is that I understand. And then reading here, somebody else's way of expressing what they understood, but it's still, in a sense, being a communion, because it's very much the same. Yeah. So let me see, because there was a part, let me see. It don't matter. All of it's good. So I can just start anywhere if I want to, if we would just want to do this. Yeah. So it says, I myself also am a mortal man like to all, and the offspring of him that was first. This word is like blanked out. I don't know. Okay, so I myself also am a mortal man like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. And when I was born, I drew in common air, and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature, right? And the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do, right? He's saying, with babies, right? I was nursed and swallowed in clothes, and that with care. Yeah, so he's acknowledging his mother's care. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth, for all men have one entrance into this life, and the light going out, right? Oh, you want me to put this back on?
Back on.
Oh, back on. You'll put the clothes back on. She got one of these Build-A-Bear, but this one it looked like what is it? Bats Maru? What do they call it? Bats Maru? I don't know. She gravitated to some. She thinks it's an owl. She keeps saying owl. I don't know if this is whatever, but she built a bear today. Supposed to smell good too. Here we go. But yeah, so for all men have one entrance into this life, and the light going out, right? Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon God, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her, he's speaking to wisdom, is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goes out. All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands. And I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goes before them, and I knew not she was the mother of them. Right? So here we have a person who's considering themselves to be a mortal man, saying that He loves wisdom above health and beauty, and chose to have wisdom instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goes out. It wasn't a rejection of light. It's the understanding of order. The light comes by way of wisdom. And so he prioritized wisdom, understanding it's the first. It's the foundation, right? All good things together come to me with her, right? Not to say that I'm not going to have good things, but wisdom must be the precursor to all these things that we're talking about that we feel is good for us in our lives, right? This is what I'm saying. And I can relate to this. This is the same thing that was in my heart when I observed life and I observed rich people and I observed poor people like myself, which I grew up in poverty. I understood there was something here that needed to be understood because I could see that there were poor people that were miserable and I could see there were rich people being miserable because there was rich people that were operating in bias and just mean and nasty. So I said, it can't be the money. It can't be the money. This was me reflecting in myself. Yeah. And just saying, so what is the answer here? It's not that I don't want nice things. It's not that I don't want to be in good health. It's not that I don't, it's not that, but there's something here to be understood. Something has to be understood. Otherwise, I can find myself in either of these positions and it wouldn't make a lick of a bit of difference because they're still miserable. The money wouldn't make a lick a bit of difference because both parties are still miserable. Right? You're just seeing two ends of the spectrum. Yeah? I learn diligently and do communicate wisdom liberally. I do not hide her riches, for she is a treasure unto men that never fail. Yeah? Look it. He contribute success to wisdom, which they that use become the friends of God, being commended for the gifts that come from learning. God has granted me to speak as I would and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise. For in his hands are both we and our words, all wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship. For he has given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and change of seasons, the circuits of years and positions of stars, the natures of living creatures, and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. Now, this is a man, right? Giving homage to wisdom. Yeah, understanding it's the foundation by which all these other good things come from. And not only does he mention all good things, he mentions the very things that a lot of people consider demonic. Interesting enough, they label it demonic, but they are using these things every day. You go to your weather app, you go to all these things, you go... Yeah, you learn how to plant seeds and all that other stuff or whatever, whatnot. Astrology. Yeah. Understanding the cosmos, the planets, all of this thing. But for some reason, you have a lot of people out here who are heavily religious thinking that these things are not supposed to be known. The elements, the diversity. I mean, even with my growth, I'm understanding that I speak more to these things more so because of my growth. Yeah, I speak on animals. I speak on, like I said, even when it comes to understanding how bias is so stupid. It's so sloppy because when you understand the environment that you live in, there's diversity all around you. The plants, he said the diversity of plants. The diversity of plants. There's diversity of trees, soil, grass, goddamn weather patterns. All this. There's diversity for people, for there to be a collective of people thinking that everything's supposed to be the same or everything's supposed to go a certain way all the time. They're not connected. They are not friends of God, as this man was speaking here. They can't possibly be, because wisdom would tell you that all these things are necessary in order for shit to work. And he even speaks on this workmanship. For in his hands are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. How these things move, how they work together. Yeah? And it's clear that if somebody has this, it's going to be clear and evident in their workmanship. The fact that you can look around and see shit dying, see a lot of shit just, yeah. That means whoever's in charge or whoever's working things don't have wisdom. Because when you have wisdom, you can speak in confidence like this, and then your workmanship is going to show proof of your wisdom. Not the other way around where you got to tell people, hold on, wait, we just got to wait a couple of years. No, you don't got it. That's what it is. Let's be honest. You ain't a leader. You ain't got it. You ain't got wisdom. Because if you got wisdom, you would have results. You would have results. And results that work for all, not for some. If it just works for some, nigga, you ain't got the whole picture. Yeah? You ain't got the whole picture. Yeah? You lying to yourself. Yeah? Didn't he use that word whole? I thought he used that word whole. Yeah. A man esteeming wisdom above all. Yeah? Who could come out of his mouth and say, riches are nothing to be compared with wisdom. If this was a man writing this, because we know people like to steal shit. If it was a man writing this, this was someone who was of a higher nature. Ain't nobody in their lower nature writing like this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They got a different agenda. Yeah. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, wisdom is the worker of all things. Wisdom is the worker of all things. Taught me, for in her is an understanding spirit. What did Priscilla Clark say? She said motherfuckers out here talking about they love. How you love with no understanding? How you love and can't listen to get understanding? Because to get understanding requires listening. If you have somebody in your life that is trying to express something to you, how the fuck are you supposed to understand them if you don't listen to them? So that right there shows that you don't operate in love. Because how? What the hell is love? If it's just a feeling, nigga, I can understand why y'all going through the hell that you're going through, because, yeah, you ain't got no goddamn understanding. There ain't no understanding. Ain't nobody. Look it. Wisdom, for in wisdom is an understanding spirit. So if you got wisdom, you're supposed to be understanding. So if you don't understand, you clearly ain't operating in wisdom. Because wisdom will let you know all things. Yeah? For in her is an understanding spirit, holy, yeah, wholesome, reasonable, one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be let it, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care. Wisdom in her is free from care. So when you hear motherfuckers say, I don't care, why don't you take a pause and think about the context in which that is being said? Because wisdom right here says it's got a connection with being free from care. Having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirit. For wisdom is more moving than any motion, right? We said that earlier. People can move, but what are you moving towards? Momentum in and of itself is not success. You could be moving to mischief, moving to ignorance, moving to, sabotage yourself. Movement in and of itself, isn't understanding. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passes and goes through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of God. So you're talking about you operating in supremacy or superiority, and you don't even move in wisdom. That means you absent of the power of God, the power of the divine. Did we not say this? Did we not say this? We shared this. Did we not share this? We did. We did. Yeah. People can be moving, but it doesn't mean that they're backed by the divine power of God. That which succeeds, it makes successful workmanship. Because like I said, I can look at the smallest things. It's not a flex. But just looking at how I prioritized, finally getting to that space where it says, I've had enough experience to let me know, listen, that's not what I'm striving for. I'm not striving for this relationship. I'm not striving for, to be validated by other people. I want to know. I want to have clarity of thought. I want to have understanding. I want to be divinely intellectual. I don't want to be a novice. I want to master myself. I want to understand what's going on in me. If I'm triggered, I want to understand why, so I can become stronger in my own will. Not to control somebody else, but to master myself. I want to be a master of myself. That's my desire. And so I could see with all the experiences that I was going through in my life that it led me to this point, because I'm like I said, I'm an observer. We should all be observant. Yeah, but my heart was being moved towards that which is eternal, that which can't be disrupted by a person. Yeah, if I see that I'm doing something and somebody can take that from me, then I'm like, that's not valuable to me. Because a person could come in and grab that from me, and then what? How do I feel about myself now? I want this wisdom. I want this higher intelligence that allows me to see beyond this physical plane, beyond the surface, not to put my foot on somebody else's neck, but to be upright, to be pure in heart, to be a person of character, integrity, and of a sound mind. Yeah, that's what I want. I understand most of my disturbances come from not knowing, from not having knowledge, because I know that when I know something, it does something to me. It builds my confidence. It don't even require me to feel like somebody has to believe in what I say. I just know it. I know it. I don't need you. I don't need anybody to come in and say that's correct, because I just know. And I've had these little gems throughout my life, and I'm just like, I want more of that. Because that right there, that's it. That's it. I feel like, that's it right there. That's it. I'm feeling something. There's something changing here. I want more of this. I don't want to look apart. Like, there's things changing in my body now, and satisfied with it. You know why? Because I feel the inner working happening inside of me. It's a match. It's a match. Because I remember when I was young, I used to hate when motherfuckers used to be like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Because I wanted people to see my mind. I'm like, God damn, you know? And my mom be like, what you gonna do, dear? You know, just accept it. Just say thank you and just move on. But I used to be like, ah, yeah? Like, come on. Yeah? It was like I felt like an insult. It was like an insult. That's why I say you don't know people. Yeah, a lot of people judge a book by its cover, but you really don't know what's going through a person's mind. I used to hate that shit. I'm like, because this is all they see. So if this is all they see, they don't see me. They don't see me. This is my avatar. It's just like when people get a fancy car and they know there's more to them than that fancy car, and all the person that comes into their face can talk about all the possessions they have. I know a lot of rich people probably get pissed off at that. Some of them are like, yeah, they're like, oh, it's beautiful. Yes, it's nice. But, you know, when you getting that all the time, nobody really wants to know what's going on with you. They think everything's perfect in your life because you got a nice car and all this. I can't stand shit like that. Because you know the only reason why a person is attracted to you and talking in your face right now is because they're looking at what you possess. And so you know where that goes, right? Yeah, you really don't know unless you really, like I said, you working with this wisdom, you really don't know who's in your corner. This is what a lot of fucking celebrities sing about, people that come into money sing about. They don't know who's in their corner because they feel like the possession is what is bringing them around them. Yeah, you only like me because I got this. You only like me because I got that. I know as soon as I lose this shit, you ain't gonna have no interest in me. And that's a tough pill to swallow. Yeah, if you really require company. Yeah. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passes and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of God and a pure influence, right? Flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. That says a lot there. That says if you have wisdom, right? Yeah, you're connected to the power of God. Since you're connected to the power of God, nothing that's defiled, that's impure, can enter into that. Like I said, this is what I was looking for. Yeah, that true security, that divine security, that divine protection. Yeah, where a motherfucker can't come and steal it and take it and turn it into something else. Like I said, they can't see it. Sacred things are called sacred for a reason. They're set aside. Those things are they're set aside, right? They're set aside. So if you align yourself to this, that's why I said it's all about alignment, because it exists already. Wisdom exists already. You don't need to cultivate it. What you're really cultivating is that which is within you to get in alignment with that which already exists. It's not that it's not there. It's just that you're not in alignment to experience it. It says wisdom. For wisdom is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of God and the image of his goodness. And being but one, wisdom can do all things, and remaining in herself, she makes all things new, and in all ages entering into the holy souls, she makes them friends of gods and prophets. I count myself amongst this. I really do. I feel that in my heart. My conscience bears witness to this, because I really feel that connection with the divine. Like, I can talk about anything. I could be myself and know that even with the things that have yet to be revealed to me, they're going to be revealed to me in due time. For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of the stars. Being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom. Wisdom reaches from one end to another mightily, and sweetly do she order all things. I loved her, and I sought her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty, in that she is conversant with God. Yes, she is. Yeah, that's what I said. You can't talk. Look, if I want to pour it out, I can't. It's like a goddamn fountain. All I got to do is start opening my mouth, and here it go. Yeah? It's like a fountain. It's a fountain of just light. A fountain of pure light. It just keep flowing. In that she is conversant with God, she magnifies her nobility. Yet the Lord of all things himself loved her, for she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge of God and a lover of his works. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that works all things? And if prudent work, who of all that are is a more cunning workman than she? And if a man loves righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teaches temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life than wisdom. If a man desires much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come. She knows the subtleties of speech, and can expound dark sentences. Yeah, going beyond the surface of what people say. Reading energy. Understanding people's intention, where their heart is. People don't like this because they believe in a program, in the matrix, and indoctrination, and they believe they hiding. But when wisdom come up on the scene, all things are made known. And of course, those who want to hide have a problem with that. Yeah? Yeah. Security cameras have nothing on wisdom. Recording devices have nothing on wisdom. Law enforcement has nothing on wisdom. Judges have nothing on wisdom. Courts have nothing on wisdom. All these sects that you believe are operating with intelligence have nothing on wisdom. They require wisdom to show proof of where they stand with regards to their professions. Yeah? But does she dwell in their hearts? Yeah? I think not, because a lot of them probably wouldn't even be in the position they are in if that was the case. If a man desires much experience, she knows things of old, and conjectureth right what is to come. She knows the subtleties of speech, and can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs and wonders, and the events of seasons and times. Therefore I purpose to take her to me, to live with me, knowing that she would be a counselor of good things, and a comfort in care and grief. Yeah, he doesn't deny that care comes. He doesn't deny that grief comes. But he says, with wisdom by my side, like my spouse. That's what he said. Like my spouse, I made her my spouse. I made wisdom my spouse. That's my spouse. That's who's looking out for me. That's who's covering me. Wisdom. Yeah? That in my care and then in my grief, I would find comfort. Yeah? Comfort so much so I ain't got to go run into my mama. I ain't got to run to my sister. I ain't got to run to my brother. I ain't got to run to my kids. I can run right to wisdom, and I'm going to get the comfort and care that I deserve from the divine and be satisfied. For her sake, I shall have estimation among the multitude and honor with the elders. You damn right. You damn right. Esoterically too. You damn right they here with me. You damn right they backing me up. And you damn right those on this physical plane know who the fuck I am. Yeah? Though I be young. Though I be young, I have honor with the elders. I shall be found of a quick conceit in judgment, and shall be admired in the sight of great men. When I hold my tongue, they shall bide my leisure, and when I speak, they shall give good ear unto me. If I talk much, they shall lay their hands upon their mouth. Moreover, meaning they will listen. Even if I talk too much, because I carry wisdom, they willing to listen. They not even gonna shut their ears. They gonna say, "Hey, she got something to give. Yeah, she got some gems over here. I know she talking much, but she got substance. Let me listen to what she got to say." And ain't they doing that right now? Yes, they are. Yeah, they might be in denial, but that's exactly what they want to do. They want to observe me, and they want to listen to me, and they want to know what I got to say, right? Not because I'm a fool. Yeah, because I got something they want. Yeah, put it that way. That's what wisdom says. She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go beyond the surface, and I'm gonna show you the energy that's being worked here." Yeah. Just like we said earlier, yeah, people don't watch and people don't follow and people don't listen to people who they don't think got something to give. Because if you didn't think somebody got something to give, why would you be watching them? Yeah? Come on now. That's wisdom. You'd be lying to yourself if you said not otherwise. Moreover, by the means of her, I shall obtain immortality, and leave behind me an everlasting memorial to them that come after me. I shall set the people in order, and the nations shall be subject to me. Horrible tyrants shall be afraid when they do but hear of me. I shall be found good amongst the multitude, and valiant in war. After I am come into my house, I will repose myself with wisdom. For her conversation has no bitterness, and to live with her has no sorrow, but mirth and joy. Now, when I considered these things in myself and pondered them in my heart, how that to be allied unto wisdom is immortality, and great pleasure it is to have her friendship. And in the works of her hands are infinite riches, and in the exercise of conference with her, prudence, and in talking with her, a good report. I went about seeking how to take her with me, right? I want wisdom by my side because she's the shit. Yeah, bar none. Yeah, wisdom bar none. Now you understand why they may have it in the canon where they say, with all that getting, get understanding, but above all, get what? What'd they say? Wisdom. That's what they said. Wisdom. That's what I remember when I was in the church. Above all. Get above all. Above all. So if you have people in your life telling you to chase after this, go get that man, go get that woman, go get that car, go get that house. Above all, get wisdom. You will have want for nothing. You got wisdom by your side. You got wisdom as your spouse. You adore her. Yeah. Admonish her. Make her your ace boon coon. When you think of Bonnie and Clyde, you think of you and wisdom. Not no bitch, not no nigga, not no, mere mortal man, wisdom. And you going places, meeting people. I could not otherwise obtain her. He tried to get her. Except God gave her me. That's grace. And that was a point of wisdom. And in that, I gained wisdom, right? I shared that in the explanation of being called and chosen and what that really meant to me in wisdom. It didn't mean a favoring. Now, I don't see being chosen as a favor. Like, I favor you above this person. That's why I said, when you get those gems, when you get the gem of truth, and you get truth here and there, and it's just feeding you, you're like, oh, I want more of this. It's like a wooing. It's like a relationship. It's like when somebody is showing you that they're into you, and maybe they buy you a flower one day. Maybe they say, hey, can we go to the park? They take you to the park. They want to spend some time with you. Maybe they buy you dinner. Yeah, maybe they give you, they talk to you, all this thing, little by little, right? There's a courting going on. Yeah? And then you understand how wisdom becomes your spouse, because after the courting, you start to see, how much, wisdom is reliable, supportive, understanding. Yeah, and it's something that you want to draw closer to. People don't, like I said, people don't draw closer to things that torment them. If they do, I don't know, maybe you have some self-work to do. Because I don't know anybody who wants to be tormented. I'm pretty sure a lot of people out here have often said, I want to be loved. I want to be loved. I wish somebody would love me. I wish somebody would love me unconditionally. I wish somebody would see me as I am. And not on my fault. Right? That's what I hear people saying. You hear people saying, take me as I am. Love me for me. Why do I have to pretend to be somebody I'm not? I just wish somebody would love me for me. I don't want to have to change. I don't want to have to do all this. Why do I have to always change? I'm changing, but I'm not getting nothing in return. What the hell? What's going on? That's what I hear people saying. So like I said, when it comes to this divine courtship, there's no force. But if you pick up on the, what do you say? What's the word in the English word? What they say when somebody's like coming on to you? Yeah, when you see the divine coming on to you, do you, get away from me. You have some people that react like that, and then you have some other people that catch on and be like, oh, this is nice. Oh, I like this. This is different. And so when it happens again, they take more of it in. Same thing with like courtship. Hopefully that's why you end up getting married, is because, there was a lot of momentum with things that you liked with this person. And then you said, oh, I want more of that. I want that on a daily basis. I want this person to come like this gentleman said here. I want wisdom. Therefore, I purpose to take her to me to live with me. I want, in this courtship, I see how beautiful you are. I see how you bring me joy. I'm joyous around you. I feel comfortable around you. I can be myself, but I'm learning things that I never knew, and I love it. Can you just come live with me? I would like you to be by my side. I will never want to let you go. You are so awesome. Yeah? Chosen. Yeah? Called versus chosen. I don't see it, like I said, with my intelligence, I don't see chosen as favor. I see chosen as someone who answered the call, who didn't shun the advances that the divine made towards them. The divine made advances toward me, doting on me, and something inside me said, I deserve that. I like this. I deserve that. Just like with a woman who is getting with a man that's really pouring out, the gifts and, doting on her. Like, I want you. I like you. Matter of fact, I love you so much. I want to espouse you. Yeah. And she's like, I deserve that. And she accepts. Nigga. Yeah. Dote on me. Yeah. But I'm just using that as an analogy to what happens with the divine. That's how I feel now. Now that I've de-centered men and I've centered my purpose, I see how rich this relationship is with Source. So much so, the wisdom is coming, and providing the security, the comfort, all those things that I believe that I was supposed to get in a spouse, I'm getting it through this experience. And that's why I said I don't desire a relationship. I feel like I don't want nothing interrupting this. Yeah, this is how valuable this is to me. I don't want nothing interrupting my relationship with Source. And it's not that to say that if people get into situations they can't get out, because that's not what I want to say either, because yeah, that's the purpose of choice. You make a choice, you find out what works for you. If it doesn't work for you, get the fuck out. Yeah. But I feel like there's been enough experience in my life to show me that that's not what I've been looking for. I'm not looking for penetration with my physical body. I'm looking for my heart to be penetrated with this intelligence, with this knowing, with this wisdom. Yeah.